Hermès with your tax money. The shocking truth about royal and first lady fashion budgets. One of the biggest concerns for women in European royal families is the cost of their clothing. Every year, estimated totals are calculated, and rankings are made to show who spent the most. It was recently revealed that Meghan Markle spent about 600 million KRW, around $450,000, on clothing in a single year, sparking controversy. Officially, it was said to be funded by her father-in-law, King Charles. But ultimately, the source of the money is taxpayers. It's not just Meghan. Crown Princess Mary of Denmark is also known for her luxurious fashion. While the British royal family receives substantial royal grants, the Danish royal household receives only about 10 billion KRW, $7.2 million USD per year. Crown princes get even less, roughly 3 to 4 billion KRW. Yet, Princess Mary once carried a Hermès bag worth around 50 million KRW, $36,000, which drew sharp criticism. She is widely known as a fan of high-end brands like Prada and Chanel. In the Middle East, Queen Rania of Jordan, despite her country's modest economy, is famous for her extravagant fashion. She even attended the Met Gala. But unlike European royals, the Jordanian royal family officially admits to receiving gifted or borrowed outfits from fashion houses. In other words, they aren't paying for them. The British royal family, however, strictly adheres to a no-gifts policy. For example, Taiwanese-British designer Grace Han offered her entire collection to Catherine, Princess of Wales. Kate chose one bag, paid for it herself, and didn't wear it in public for over a year. That patience paid off. Sales for Grace Han's brand doubled year over year due to the Kate effect. So what about American first ladies? Do taxpayers cover their fashion expenses? The short answer, no. But how do they afford years of public appearances in designer outfits? As Michelle Obama once said, first ladies are scrutinized head to toe, including every shoe color and style. Not every first lady has a billionaire husband like Melania Trump. In fact, the White House has historically avoided discussing first ladies' wardrobe budgets. President Lincoln even considered selling compost from the White House grounds to cover his wife Mary Todd Lincoln's extravagant clothing expenses. Jacqueline Kennedy adored the designs of Oleg Cassini, who crafted her iconic first lady style. But to avoid political backlash over expensive clothing, her father-in-law Joseph Kennedy paid the bills instead of her husband. In contrast, Nancy Reagan, without a wealthy in-law, often borrowed designer clothes or received them as gifts and occasionally didn't return them. She was famously fond of red outfits, earning her the nickname Reagan Red. While Michelle Obama reportedly paid for most of her wardrobe, in reality, many pieces were given as gifts or offered at steep discounts. Those gifted items are stored at the National Archives, but the list of items is never made public. Her 2009 inauguration gown by then-unknown designer Jason Wu was gifted. The American brand J.Crew, which she wore frequently, also received a massive boost thanks to her. At President Clinton's 1993 inauguration, Hillary Clinton wore a beaded gown by Sarah Phillips. Though it was originally priced at $50,000, she received it at a discounted price of $10,000, but the dress was ultimately recorded as a gift. Unlike European royals, American first ladies hold temporary positions and are often supported through sponsorships or gifts. Melania Trump, however, was an exception. Due to her husband Donald Trump's controversial status, many brands distanced themselves. After she wore a Michael Kors skirt, the brand clarified that she was just a long-time customer and nothing more. Luckily for Melania, Hervé Pierre, designer of her inauguration gown, acted as her personal shopper. He focused less on price and more on who had worn the items before. Melania wore a $50,000 Dolce & Gabbana floral coat, a $4,500 Gucci logo dress, Hermès accessories, and a black Chanel couture outfit on her final day as First Lady. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.